EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Jolla, California, just north of San Diego, live second-round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. So much to behold here at Torrey Pines: the ocean, the cliffs, the trees, the green grass, the blue sky, maybe even a paraglider or two as we check out the Friday leaderboard. Davis Riley is on top. He shows the way at 7 under. That might have been okay if it stayed in that thinner rough, but I think this popped into that deeper area. We pick up the play at the par 3 third.
Rich, a little bit of grass in between ball and grooves. There's nothing going to stop that. That's out of here.
That is a FedEx special right there, overnight air. This is an 11-foot putt. Okay, so that one finished off with double bogey. And that's going to drop him all the way down to 8 over par. Here's one of the really good par 4s at Torrey Pines South. Not only is it scenic, but it's challenging, and it requires a good tee shot, well struck in play, and you're happy to walk away with a par here. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notah Begay III.
He's got 109 yards to the front, 160 to the hole, pinned just on the front edge.
With La Jolla in the background now, this for birdie. Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he'll hold steady at 7 over par. So a disappointing end to the tournament for our featured golfer heading home following these 2 rounds after failing to make the cut.
Time for a little introspective look. What we did well, what we didn't, and then back to the drawing board.
So our EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Monterey Peninsula, live opening round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Blue skies on top of blue waters, right next to one of the prettiest pieces of green grass on this good earth, as we check out the leaderboard here in round 1. The leader is Matthew NeSmith. He's off to a 4 under start. So let's get out to the course as we pick up the action starting at the par 4 11. Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short. So many great golf courses here on the Monterey Peninsula. We're at Pebble Beach for this, the 3rd tournament on the PGA Tour schedule this year. And Frank, we look at the golfer we're going to be following. Rookie on this tour, still looking to play the weekend for the first time after 2 missed cuts. Is there a danger of getting too discouraged early on?
There certainly is, and I think that's exactly where the player feels right now. If all of a sudden it's 3 in a row, you start to think, have I made the right decision? But I remember a line from the late, great Arnold Palmer. He said, this game is 90% mental, and the other 10%, well, that's mental as well.
Frank, this whole area of the country, Monterey, Carmel, 17-mile drive, just such a stunning setting for golf. We're just taking a nice drive with the emerald green fairway set against the ocean blue. It's just ideal. But talk to me about playing the course, Pebble Beach. What should a young golfer like this keep in mind when teeing it up for the first time as a professional?
Rich, it's the polar opposite of the drive-in, where you decompress and look at the views. Because once you get onto that first tee at Pebble, it's a wonderful golf course designed by Jack Neville, you're going to realize that no two holes look the same. I mean, that's stating the obvious there, but side hill lies when you play it towards the Pacific. And then you sort of beat your way around the golf course. The beautiful downhill par 3/7. I know it's talked about and it's photographed, but that's where you start scratching your head and like, do I have the right club? And that's a feeling you get at Pebble so often around this golf course. But I mentioned 7, so I've got to mention 8, 9, and 10. In my opinion, they're the 3 best par 4s in a row in any golf course I've ever seen. I mean, they're beautiful driving holes and iron play, but, Pebble's about the experience, but it's also about the legacy that this golf course has for America. So to compete at Pebble is one thing. To play well at Pebble, well, that's another thing as well.
Ball above his feet here as he decides how to play his second. From the rough into the bunker, or the frying pan into the fire. Sometimes mistakes, they just have a way of compounding themselves.
Well, it's starting to be a sad feeling right now. Chip shot finds the bunker, and at the moment, it's all damage control.
More troubles. Not a great shot at all. This going to be equally as tough. Another try to get this up and out.
Well, hit the stroke limit on that one. Frank, the 14th hole, par 5, it is one of the most difficult par 5s in championship golf, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. Not just because of the length of the hole, 570-plus yards, but reachable only really by the longest hitters in the right conditions. But it's the third shot. I've got to rank the third shot as probably the hardest short wedge shot, right up there with the 15th hole at Augusta.
Still well over 300 yards to the flag, so getting this to a good number, the key here for his second. Well, this will be the third shot here, about 110 yards away.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough. That's the cruelest thing about this game, Rich. I mean, it's just now it's another shot.
Okay, so problems at the par 5, as that's in for a 7. And he'll slide a bit further here to 7 over par. You may have heard of the 17-mile drive near Pebble Beach. It's scenic. It is one you absolutely want to put on your bucket list, but you don't want to get there by chasing a tee shot onto the road. That's what can happen if you blow it way right here at 15, if you do keep it in play. At 393 yards, this 15th hole is absolutely one on which you can make a birdie. Walking the course today, let's bring in Notah Begay III.
Looking at 101 yards to the front, 118 to the hole. Pin about medium depth, though it is on the left side.
So that not his best, and this part of his game has been disappointing, to say the least, today.
It certainly has, and sometimes you just get too much going on upstairs. You know what I'm talking about. So you don't focus on what you need to do.
Okay, a disappointing 6 here at par 4. And he'll continue his slide. He is at 9 over par. So 1 round in the books. Frank, how would you assess what you saw from this golf course?
I think the golf course was the star, Rich. Really, there's enough good holes out there, some strong par 4s to really make you think. And then there's enough opportunity. Some of those short par 4s and par 5s, they're certainly gettable. So I think it bodes well for the remainder of this tournament.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notah Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.